Greetings from MRH of MRH Gifting Services. We live in the set getting the full autobiography documentary done under the disco ball, like straight balling entertainment, getting it done. We like to start y'all out with this in the autobiography from 1984, of course, to 1988 in the Olympic setting, and of course 1992, the true freshman undefeated, and getting into 1996, which is the true and full expelling of McKinley and Rainier Helens administratively done at a Federal High School. Now in 1984, we were growing oxygen in cups at Olympic View Elementary, getting our studies in daily. Of course, Mount St. Helens had erupted, and it was the biggest thing that had ever happened. There was pollution all over the state. It was moving state to state transparently, and we were growing fresh oxygen on our heater and our air conditioner in school, getting our studies in, and our conservational studies, getting it done. As this happened in this autobiography, it came to mind to expel McKinley Rainier Helens, Alpha initially as MRH, in the Olympic setting in Olympic year, which would be our graduate year, 1996, getting it done in Federal, Washington at Federal High School, administratively, of course. This is to create true, fresh oxygens throughout the earth and everywhere we go. So as the documentary came about, we was just chilling, growing fresh oxygens in school, reading and learning about what's going on. And of course, we had instant studies of concordance after school and in our own private electoral studies. In our private electoral studies, I had the full expelling of MRH as an electoral vote to deal with, to get done, and make sure that, it was going to happen in straight Supreme Manifest. We did get that done in 1996 and made it happen live in the graduate year as an applied, applicable truth and science, irreversible, where we expelled McKinley, Rainier Helens, Alpha initially, and Omega initially, and YRS of McKinley, Rainier Helens in 1996, which is a Olympic year session. And after we did get this done, we had straight biblical concordance from God telling Noah that there was going to be a flood on earth. So God's telling Noah there's this flood, prepare, build this ark, get all the animals in it, your family, and so you'd be of good tidings and have food. So as this was going on, not only did he flood the earth, but he flooded the volcanoes. And as the volcanoes flooded, it gave prevalence to, the next volcano that would erupt and act up. So Mount St. Helens is acting up 1980, May 19th, 20th. It's 1984, we're growing trees, oxygen in class, throughout our studies, conservation, keeping the fresh oxygen going as Olympic air. And as it all came to fruition to just expel McKinley, Rainier Helens, and create the true fresh oxygens throughout Earth, I got it done in the Olympic year set. So as a shorty, 1984, Olympic year. 1988, getting the full translation of expelling McKinley, Rainier Helens, putting forth the electoral vote to get it done in a graduate year, making sure it would be Olympic in truth, got it done. Came into our true freshman 1992, undefeated, got it done. Came into our 1996, applied the science, applied the truth, and expelled McKinley, Rainier Helens as Michael R. Henry, Alpha initially, and got it done in the Olympic procession. As these things took place, of course, these are like timelines throughout history. We had our biblical concordance that was just taking off, and anytime a volcano acts up, of course, you have to reference God flooding the whole earth and the pollution, the nuclear volcanic reactor not having an applicable reason to even exist or happen anymore. So we had that in place, but in doing so, this created fresh oxygen throughout Earth, throughout time, throughout existence, throughout the foundations of Earth. So it became as fresh geysers, like hot water springs throughout Earth, and became applicable like equators, north and south. And in that, like an equinox, we became treasures to figure and find out exactly what was going on and what was taking place would be considered like a treasure. So we presented it in this autobiography and this documentary, of course, in all goodness and all bowing under the disco light. So the process continues on, and as it does continue on, you have the applicable documentary, the fun, and the attribute of this is real, and we really did make it happen. We did expel McKinley, Rainier, Helens, administratively, box office seats, Federway, Washington, Federway High School, as a pre-electoral vote and private request, and MRH made this happen. So, this concludes the documentary. We'd like to thank you for viewing it today under the disco bowling. Written, authored, owned, arranged for Michael R. Henry Bowling under the disco lights. You can reach via starfleet@mail.com. Of course, text me at 253-304-9461. As we getting it done live in the set, as we always do. Gone.